I'm telling y'all, I'm working. I ain't playing with this dude. I'm working. Drake accused of earning billions of fraudulent streams in class action suit against Spotify. The suit claims the allegedly fraudulent Drake streams alone have cost other artists hundreds of millions of dollars. What the fuck I said on my last video? Man, I'll tell you, bruh. By Ethan Millman, November 3rd, 2025 at 10:56 a.m. Drake, whatever the fuck image, a new class action lawsuit against Spotify accuses the company of allowing massive amounts of streaming fraud on its platform, with Drake in particular allegedly benefiting from billions of artificial streams. Think about that for a minute. Drake, like I said, was in every category in Spotify. You could not get an artist to be in Spotify because Drake had, and he was in all the categories, even in the gospel category. This motherfucker don't sing gospel. This man ain't no fucking Christian. Excuse my language, Lord. Forgive me, Lord. I'm sorry. I apologize. But they had him even in the gospel section. And Nicki Minaj, based on a true story, a couple years ago, Nicki Minaj and a separate couple of artists complained to Spotify. They even sent a grievous complaint about, you know what I'm saying, Drake being on top so long and not letting other artists get chance to be able to promote and advertise their music and let, you know, Spotify play their music so they can make their money themselves, because he was benefiting all the money that was coming in. Now, it says it like this. In the suit filed in federal court in California on Sunday, rapper RBX, who is also Snoop Dogg's cousin, ooh boy, ooh, you don't know what you got yourself into, claims that Spotify is all too happy to turn a blind eye to massive streaming fraud that takes place on the platform, which in turn siphons of royalties from other artists. Drake, who isn't named as a federal in the complaint, is the only artist named in the suit. RBX, whose real name is Eric Dwayne Collins, who I talked about in my last video, alleged that between January 2022 and September of 2025, a substantial, non-trivial trivial percentage of Drake's 37 billion streams. Y'all get that, right? 37 billion streams on Spotify during that frame time were unauthentic and appear to be the work of a spiraling network of bot accounts. Son of a bitch. A new class action lawsuit against Spotify alleges the company has turned a blind eye to mass-scale fraudulent streaming on its platform, and that one musician in particular has been is the beneficiary of billions of fake streams. Who? Miss Karen himself. The suit was filed in California District Court on Sunday night, with rapper and cousin of Snoop Dogg, RBX, named as the lead plaintiff, while the Most High, boy, this dude is amazing, bruh. Y'all get the concept? 37 billion fake streaming accounts. You see, and this is the thing. He's been doing it for so long, and Spotify has been covering his ass, because that's when Luce, that's when UMG was plugged into Drake. Drake was making them so much money, they had his back. But let's get deeper into the story. Drake is currently at the center of a class action lawsuit that alleges that he again, like I said, benefited from billions of fraudulent streams on Spotify. He is not a defendant. Man, how the fuck you not gonna be a defendant when it's you? You was the main beneficiary, bruh. You was the main plug. But let's continue. In the case, the lawsuit claims Spotify turned a blind eye as an estimated 37 billion all authentic streams of Drake music between January 2022 and September 2025, which would have siphoned off royalties from other artists. Key details regarding the accusations. The lawsuit filed by rapper against Snoop Dogg cousin Eric Dwayne Collins suggested that a spiraling network of dots accounts, you know what I'm saying, were submitted to be able to proceed these procedures in an illegal way, without disclosure, without, you know what I'm saying, confined with the producer, the beat maker, the DJ, whoever it is, or whatever radio station that is willing to take a fee, like the value is given in return as a fee. But if you don't disclose it, then that means that you doing illegal shit. That means you using payolas and bop to get your music to these fake accounts so they can bop your shit. And you make all the money in the world, they make all the money in the world, and nobody gets caught. And that's the difference. That's what payola and bops are all about. They're like ghosts. You don't know where they're coming from. But here we go. And I'm going to tell you something. This has been going on in music since 1950 or the 1960s. That's why they came out with the Section 317. It is prohibited, I mean, to use payola and bops, because at that time, that's exactly what was discovered and found within the music industry. And the RIAA and the Communication Commissioner decided, fuck that. This shit's illegal. It's not making nobody no money. These people are ghosts and they're getting away with everything. No, let's put a stop to this shit. But here I go. Alleged evidence, the suit points to staggering and irregular listening patterns, such as individuals' accounts streaming Drake's music exclusively for 23 hours a day. What I just told you. These fake accounts, all they do is play and replay their music, because these are fake accounts that are plugged in. And that's how they make so much money. But in the use of VPNs to disguise the origin of streams, e.g. streams originating in Turkey but mapped, to the UK. Spotify has denied the allegation, stating it no way benefits from the industry-wide challenge of artificial streaming and heavy invest in system to combat fraud and safeguard artist payoffs. That's bullshit. Y'all did it for Drake. Y'all motherfuckers are more, y'all just as guilty as he is. Stop the cap, stop the bullshit. For so long, y'all played this man music for so fucking long. Drake's position. Drake is not a defendant. I hate when they say that shit. In the lawsuit, and a representative for the rapper did not immediately, accordingly, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they gonna say. Let's stop the bullshit, bro. Let's stop the cap. We understand what they trying to say. They're not gonna admit to nothing. They're not gonna put themselves in a position where it's gonna destroy what they built. But you best believe If the commissioner from the RIAA and the people behind them decide to put these boys to work, there's gonna be a lot of people within the industry that's gonna get fucked and is going to fucking prison and jail. And they're gonna have to pay big fines for all the millions that they have stolen from people. And for all the fake streaming accounts and all the undisclosure, you know what I'm saying, businesses that they have done. Oh, you best believe that shit. You best believe it. Ain't no doubt about that shit. But there's more. Let's keep going. The matter. This situation is particularly notable because Drake himself previously filed a lawsuit against Universal Music Group, UMG, and Spotify, accusing them of using bots to artificially inflate the streams of Kendrick Lamar. Why did he do that? Because he knows it. They showed him everything about bots and payolas, how they work and how they keep themselves away. They're like ghosts. They're like fucking the wind. You can't see them. They taught this man this shit. So now he's jealous that they doing it to Kendrick Lamar, which is bullshit. But that's what he proclaims, and that's what he feels that they did for Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us. The lawsuit was dismissed and Drake is currently appealing the decision. For what? Now look at him, dealing with the same thing that he accused UMG and motherfucking Kendrick Lamar. Contradictable like a motherfucker. The current lawsuit has not been proven in court and its accuracy remains to be determined during legal proceedings. Drake remains the most streamed artist of all time on Spotify with over 120 billion total streams across all credits. 120 billion. And 37 billion of those were fake accounts. Added. Put everything when it comes to adding and just think about how much money these motherfuckers made doing illegal undisclosure payola business with the bot included and not get caught, but everybody's satisfied. Everybody is paid the fee, which is a favorable gift for you as a fee. And as long as the radio stations keep doing it, these fake ghosts that have these fake accounts are gonna keep on providing them with work so they can continue the business of illegal payola and bots. There's nothing to hide. There's no secret about this shit. This has been going on for so fucking long. I just read the article on the last video when I, exposed it. This shit's been going on when musicians in the 1950s and 1960s started exposing payola and bops. How artists that were really having listeners, buy their music, listen to their music. But it was artists that wasn't making no money, that wasn't, doing the money that they should have been doing, and they were getting played left and right because those people got together within the industry itself to go ahead and start the business of, look, I'm gonna look out for you. Here's this, play this as much as possible. Try to get it to the ears of the people to listen to it so they can like it, force it, fuck it, let it be. And here's a fee. Remember, if you and I disclose this payola and bop and we sign off on it, it's not illegal. But if no representative or anybody to that statue is there to confirm it, to see it, and agree to it, it is illegal because you're doing transactions illegally to play music that the fans ain't never heard, and you hear this music like they did with Drake 23 hours a day, where artists start to complain why my music is not being played. Why is my music not being promoted? Why? Why is my music not touching base like this motherfucker right here? And it's record labels that do this. Don't get it twisted. Here we go. While Drake is the only artist highlighted in the lawsuit, but he's not within, he's not a defendant. How contradictable is that shit? But anyway, as the suit said, the alleged case does not stand alone. The artist and his team is not accused of fraudulently manipulating streams. Get the fuck out of here. Streams, but is just listed as a beneficiary for such rampant fraud. What the fuck is still fraud? Boy, these people think we stupid or something. Like we can't understand the language that they speak. It's still fraud, motherfucker. Spotify pays out artists in a pro-rata model. You hear that? In a pro-rata model. What is the meaning of that? Huh, okay, play with it, dog. Boy, these motherfuckers know what they doing, boy. They smart as fuck. Where all of the streams of the platform are compiled together and royalties get bowled out based on an artist's percentage of the overall streaming marketplace. If an artist used bots or other fraudulent methods to artificially raise the stream count, it would unfairly give them a bigger take of the royalty pool and water down royalties than that would go to legitimate stream instead. Exactly. So they push the narrative. Okay. It's like saying, it's telling you perfectly, you know what? Let's push it. But if we see that we can get it to the mainstream, to the main audience, to the people all over, if we can do that illegally and make double or the triple money, let's go for it. Nobody gotta know about it. Look, you get the plug here, and then you get the other plug there, and then you find another plug, and make sure everybody knows what to do. Shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. So, Young Thug said it better. He paid $50,000 in bops payola. So Gunna's album can go gold. You understand what I'm saying? That's how payola and bops work. You will never know who is this person unless the whistleblower blows it. But here we go. Oh, okay, I already read this, you know what I'm saying? My bad on that, y'all. And Drake's making it seem like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and act like I'm fighting the machine, and act like I'm the victim, and act everything that they did for me, and I'm gonna throw it to distract, and I'm gonna throw it on Kendrick Lamar, because I know how this illegal shit works. I'm a fucking veteran to this shit. I invested so much money and been the beneficiary of this scheme, this scam, this fraudulent, methodical matrix that I'm gonna go ahead and make it believable for my fans to believe me and for everybody not to believe Kendrick Lamar, and see how fast Kendrick Lamar rose from Not Like Us, just like I did when I signed up from UMG. So they're going to believe me. They're not gonna think I'm a fraudulent, delinquent, scammer, scheme, son of a bitch, a piece of shit. So I'm just going to throw it to UMG and Kendrick Lamar. Let me tell you one thing, Drake. When you fuck with the machine that are way more powerful than you, these are the people that are giving you your checks. And I do understand. If you want to fight the machine, make sure that you come with clarity and truth before you open your mouth about the same people that did payola and bops for you with undisclosed measurements and clarification and confirmation. Distinguishing yourself away from the industry itself so you can go ahead and be the beneficiary of doing scams through transactions without any type of disclosure. You son of a bitch. Here I go. Spotify is the sole defendant in the suit, and the bulk of the complaint is focused around companies' alleged inability and or unwillingness to police fraud, calling Spotify efforts nothing more than window dressing iniquity at best to satisfy constant pressure from shareholders to grow the business and increase stock prices. Spotify needs an every expanding population of users to engage on its platform. The suit reads, the more user / including fake user Spotify has, the more advertisement it can sell, the more profit the company can report, all of which serves to increase the appropriate value delivered to shareholders. Streaming fraud has pledged the streaming service for years, with the issue only exacerbated, and fraudulators flood the zone with AI slop tracks and bot farms. In a statement, a Spotify spokesman refuted the notion that the company gains from streaming fraud and pointed toward efforts the streaming service has instituted to combat the practice. We cannot comment on pending litigations. However, Spotify in no way benefits from the, I already told y'all, that's bullshit. They benefit because they also are the beneficiary motherfucking consumers, and the main motherfuckers, they are the main heads. They're the ones that run the show. They're the ones that control everything. They're the ones that are facing with different distributions. They're the ones that basically put everything together. It's like a fucking corporate business, but it's like ghost town. You understand where I'm coming from? So you know they're not going to put themselves out there. But just listen to how these people are snitching on themselves. They think that we ain't smart enough to understand and let certain words get to our head. These people are not going to admit a fraudulent delinquency and all the bullshit that they use to be able to get away with shit like this. And Drake knows that shit. Drake knows that he's messing with dangerous people, very powerful people. And for him to fuck with the machine, the same people that did him the same way, that helped him, that fucking gave him whatever he wanted, and did payolas, and did disclosure illegal businesses. That man's playing a dangerous game. And UMG has pressed the red button. He doesn't have no plugs no more. He doesn't have the back of the machine. Ain't nobody is looking out for him. Nobody's protecting him. Nobody is giving him the ups on what's going on. They are destroying him little by little. Why? Once UMG saw that the case was dismissed, that's it. Drake forever, for the rest of his life, is going to be UMG's puppet. You best to fucking believe that. There's one rule within this organization and big machine, powerful and corporate. I'ma tell you, like an old man told me, you talk with your eyes and you see with your mouth. If y'all don't understand that is, I'm not breaking it down. Get the concept. Talk with your eyes and see with your mouth. Drake is dealing with people that will refuse to lose at any cost. These are billionaires and millionaires, very wealthy, powerful people that are connected. Now you want to bite the hand that feeds. Plus, in
this,
every possible way that you can
if
think
you make
about.
it past a year, if
and
you keep
believe
doing
me,
what you're doing,
if they want to annihilate,
you're a lucky
and
man.
destroy Drake,
Most people
they
don't
can
make
do
it.
it in a heartbeat and
Just
get away
learn
with it.
past
But
history.
Sam,
Oh,
Michael
I'm
Jackson
Drake, you know
going
what I'm
against the
saying?
machine.
I'm the
Michael
biggest
Jackson was
thing
really
in the
going against the
world.
machine.
Yeah,
Prince as well.
I'm
And
bigger
look what
than
happened to
Michael
them.
Jackson.
Man,
Tupac was
man,
going
when he
against
said
the
that, I
machine.
was through. Look what happened to
man,
him.
you know what? I'm the man, bro. Ain't
You
nobody
think,
gonna
you
do
think
nothing
it's
to
a
me.
joke?
Look what's
You
going
think it's
on.
a joke? Okay, keep playing. You
Keep
being
playing with them people, bro.
destroyed. Okay. You being fucking
Hollywood reporter.
annihilated,
However,
humiliated,
Spotify
embarrassed.
in no
Why?
way
Because the
benefits
machine
from
decided to
the
press
industry.
the red
Once
button
again,
that you so-called was going to
this
press.
is what they're gonna say
and
in
you
every
putting
article, in every
them
interview.
out there,
They're not gonna
putting
put
their
themselves
business
out there
like that.
And it's you must be fucking crazy.
when you
These
was
people gonna lose
engaged in that
hundreds of
same
billions of
business,
dollars.
that same environment,
They've been
circle
doing this shit
for
so
so
long.
many years.
You know how powerful
and
these
you
people
ain't had
are?
a problem when they
Man,
did it for
these
you.
people even fucking
You
pay
ain't
the
had a
police.
problem when they did
fucking
all
pay
the
the government.
transactions and all
They
the
fucking
fake
run
accounts,
the government. Man, let me shut
streaming
the fuck
accounts,
up.
so your music can be played 23 hours a day.
Many of the
but other
more-
rappers and singers and
No-
other artists were complaining
noteworthy
to
claims
Spotify
in the-
because complaints revolved
getting
around Drake in
the
particular.
airtime and
Callers
the airplay
alleged that
play
many
for
of Drake's
airtime
streams
that you was
reflect
getting.
you selfish son of a
Abnormal
bitch. VPN usage to obscure where the listen are coming from. He alleges that over a 4-day period in, again, 2024, at least 250,000 streams of Drake songs, No Face, originated in Turkey. You see? They push it wherever they go. And they are unauthorized to do that. They can't do that. They have to have a disclosure and somebody that's representing within that fucking business to be able to have that shit being disclosed and for the deal to be sealed. If you don't, it's illegal. Here I go. Hold on, I ain't done yet. But were falsely geomapped through the coordinated use of VPNs to the United Kingdom in attempt to obscure their origins. Collins further alleged that less than 2% of his user account. Look at this shit now. He alleges less than 2% of his user accounts for roughly 15% for his overall streams, and roughly 9% of his streams are attributable to less than 1%. That's because they were playing Drake music all day, every day. So Drake was being the beneficiary. He was the one making all the money of his users. As a result, Drake's music accumulated far higher total streams compared to other higher streamed artists, even though those artists have far more users than Drake. Ain't that a bitch? But you blaming Kendrick Lamar for UMG to inflate his music through payolas and bops. But look what Snoop Dogg cousin just said. 15% to 9% of his streaming users only had 1% of it because you was making all the beneficiary money and you was making all the percentages. Son of a bitch. Bro, I can't stand this dude, dog. Let me read this to you again. Connors further alleged that less than 2% of his user accounts for roughly 15% of his overall streams, and roughly 9%, and went from 15 to 9% of his streams are attributable to less than 1% You know what that is? You ain't making no money of his users. As a result, Drake's music, listen to this now, Drake's music accumulated far higher total streams compared to other higher stream artists, even though those artists have more users than Drake. How is that possible? Through payola, through bops, through unclosed and undisclosable business. Get the fuck out of my face, man. Are you serious right now? But this is what Drake put on himself. This is what Drake thought he was gonna go ahead and get away with because of the power that he had on the industry and able to get away with every manipulation and deceptive act and everything that was within his possession and power to do. They were letting him get away with everything. But for the past 2 or 3 years, him and UMG Luce was going through it about contracts, about him wanting his contract to be higher, like $800 million to $1 billion, because he felt that he deserved it, because all the money that he made for UMG through what? Payola and bops. The fuck out of here. And they also says the amount of streaming review that would otherwise have been distributed to legitimate rights holders, but for the fraudulent boosting of Drake's music is estimated to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars, the suit says. And you talking about Kendrick Lamar? Oh shit, they think we stupid. Currently unclear at press time in the accuracy of these figures or where Connors got any of this data from. That's not disclosed in the complaint. And the suit doesn't currently include any exhibit or additional document backing up the allegation. You think that man don't know if he is quick to show them documents that the machine ain't gonna send them boys after him to get their hands on that document? You saw what they did to Michael. Don't let me repeat myself. That man, he understands the people that he's fucking with, the people that he is calling out. These are powerful fucking people. Man, y'all need to, if you don't know who the Illuminati is, y'all better start studying these motherfuckers. If y'all don't know what Skulls and Bones is, what presidents like George Bush and many others are, if y'all don't know what 33 and 32 Freemasonry is, like what Barack Obama is, then y'all need to go ahead and do y'all research and see who the fuck these people are. Don't fucking play with me. These are the people that run the fucking world. The people that run the music industry, that run Hollywood, that run every fucking business that's highly in their possession. Drake is fucking stupid. And it also says, a representative for Drake didn't immediately respond to requests for comment. For what? What is he gonna say? He can't say shit. This man is backed up in a corner. This man is spiraling worse than anybody in the music history. The allegations are, of course, a bit ironic given that Drake himself, if Drake himself accused Universal Music Group for engaging in streaming fraud with Spotify and other platforms to artificially boost Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us, and his defamation suit against the label that was dismissed in October. He's currently appealing the decision. Once again. So basically, he's trying to strategize to see and to manipulate the people that he's doing it to fight the machine. So artists can be safe and they can have a better perspective and they don't be deformed and be controlled. You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't have the freedom of speech to be able to say what the fuck you want to say in your hip-hop disses or in your music. Well, you know what? He's contradicting himself because he basically disrespects every rapper, every woman, or every rapper's wife, or every woman that he fucking fucked or he's been friends with, and then they don't want to fuck with him, and he decides to diss him, harass him like he did with Rihanna. Period. But this dumb son of a bitch thinks that he is going to beat the machine? Man, okay, bro. All right, bro. Lead plaintiff. While the most eye-popping allegations in the assault relate to Drake's streaming numbers, there are no specific accusations of wrongdoing against the Nokia rapper. Only Spotify is named as a defendant. Okay, if Drake was the beneficiary, and music was playing 23 hours a day, I don't know how many songs, doesn't that make him also a consumer involved with the same scheme and scam and fraudulent, with the same business and corporate that he is putting his music in? I mean, how stupid do y'all think we are? That doesn't make any sense. So Spotify is the defendant, but Drake is the one being sued, and he's in every fucking black and white paperwork when it comes to payola and bops. Wow. Unbelievable. Every month under Spotify's watchful eye, billions of fraudulent streams are generated from fake illegitimate and or illegal methods. Like bops, the lawsuit states such mass scale streaming fraud, it continually causes massive financial harm to legitimate artists, songwriters, producers, and other right shoulders. I wonder who's benefiting from that. I wonder who's been doing it for a long fucking time. I don't gotta guess. Nobody gotta guess. We know it's the Karen, but you know, let me just shut the fuck up. Streaming royalties are paid out through a stream share model where subscriptions and ad dollars are put into a giant pool. Look what they call it, a giant pool. So you can imagine how much money is put in that giant pool. With the money divide up based on each artist's share of the total streams, most of that money already flows unstreamed to the most successful. To the most successful? Who's been successful for 10 or 15 years? Who got the biggest stream of Spotify in history? Who got one single away from tying Michael Jackson for having the most singles in music history? Who albums that is sorry as fuck, because I don't like his music, sells 7, 8 albums, but for the past few years, his albums ain't hitting like the old albums. But guess what? Because of payola, because of bops, they make these fake accounts and they play his music, and people be like, okay, that's Drake. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, and to be honest with you, a lot of people feel the same way. Why are they playing this nigga's music when we ain't asking for it? But those Drake fans that actually think that he's fighting the machine, no. He's fighting a long life battle with himself. And he is fucking with some major dangerous people that are very fucking powerful. That's why Kendrick was smart enough to get his own business as in record label and distribution, and he made a cut deal with UMG, but UMG don't own anything from Kendrick Lamar. They don't own his catalog. They don't own his masters. They don't own anything. They don't have a 360 deal like Mr. Drake does. Y'all better find out what a 360 deal is. Okay. But here I go. There's the Rolling Stones. We cannot comment on pending litigations. However, Spotify in no way, I already read this, but benefits from industry-wide challenges or artificial streaming. Spotify spokesperson said in a statement, we heavily invest in always improving best-in-class systems to combat and safeguard artists' payouts with strong protections like removing fake streams, withholding royalties, and charging penalties. If that's the case, why when Nicki Minaj and other artists went off on y'all? Many times they called in, they left messages, they even did lives exposing Spotify for not putting their music there and for having Drake in every fucking section and catalog in fucking Spotify, playing his music like it was no tomorrow. Artists and people were already getting fed up and fucking boring of this man's music. Come on, bruh. Y'all need to open up your eyes. Come on now. Our system are working in a case from last year. One bad actor was indicted for stealing $10 million from streaming services, only $60,000 of which came from Spotify. Boy, these people can lie. God damn it. Boy, these people can lie. And which came from Spotify, proving how effective we are at limiting the impact of artificial streaming on our platform. The spokesperson included a link to Spotify page on artificial streaming. While the lawsuit suggests that use of bots is widespread on Spotify, the only example it cites pertains to who? Drake himself. Boy, these people think we are stupid. They're telling you who is involved, who is the connect, who is the plug, who is the beneficiary. Boy, I tell you, boy. Wow. You know what? I'll just let y'all read this yourself. I'm busting my ass working. I am exposing this dude until my last drop. I don't give a fuck what anybody gotta say. I'm gonna tell you like this. My main reason for exposing him is personal. Why? Because I got nieces. I got little cousins. I got, you know what I'm saying, family members that have kids that are 13, 14, 15 years old. And this man engages himself with minors. He has a thing for minors that you have to call him out for it. And he doesn't hide it. He shows it. Then he denies it. Then he lies about it. Then he laughs about it and do it again. Tiger knows what I'm talking about when him and Drake were partying with 7th graders. You forgot that, Drake? Oh, buddy, I know. Y'all had 7th graders in your mansion, in the jacuzzi, and some of them were boogie ass naked minors. Think about that for a minute, people. That is my main reason why I'm exposing this dude. This is the Canadian P. Diddy at his best. And you really think that we should just sit down? You know what? You just hating. You know what? You just jealous. No, motherfucker. You know there's real brothers out there that are innocent, but because they label us criminals, delinquents, because we ain't got that type of money and we are labeled as minorities or poverty between the ghettos and the communities, they put charges on us that we ain't never committed. And some of them spent years to fight it, to have their freedom. And guess what? Some of them don't even get them. You know how many brothers and sisters are wrongly convicted that has served 20 or 30 years? Look, I read a story 2 weeks ago of a woman stating and told the police that she had a dream that a man raped her. Do you believe that they caught the first black man that she just pointed at? This man has been in prison for 28 years. But Drake is out here touching little girls, molesting little girls. That is my personal issue with this dude. Kissing up on little girls and shit like that. Rubbing on little girls. Partying with little girls. Engaging himself with little girls. Look what he did with Bobby. All up on her, calling her at 13 years old when this man is 30-something years old, talking about, I miss you, and we talk about boys and relationships, and I can't disclose what we talk about. What? What the fuck you doing talking to a 13-year-old girl in the first place? No wonder why your baby mama's so disgusted by you. I don't even think that she regrets having a kid with you. And that's my major problem. Man, I'm an uncle. I'm a father. I'm a son. And I'll be goddamn if motherfuckers like this is to ever come around this way and touch one of my little cousins, because it can happen to anybody. Don't you think that it won't happen to you? Because it could happen. And I'm not gonna get into bases because, you know, man, it's hard for me to say this, but I was abused as a kid. So it pisses me the fuck off when this dude is being glazed and glorified for things that he should be in fucking jail or in prison for. But Drake fans don't understand that. They don't understand because Drake was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and he's special, and he's adorable, and he's sensational, and he's the greatest to ever do it. Yeah, okay. Y'all keep on thinking that. That's why now he's in the worst predicament of his fucking life. Every day is getting worse for this motherfucker. But that is my real reason of exposing this dude. And if you're a parent out there, and if you got nieces and nephews and grandkids, and they love these celebrities. Oh, Mom, I love Drake. I want to see Drake. Oh, my goodness. Mom, I'm going to a Drake concert. No, the fuck you is? Fuck you mean you going to? For what? Oh, Mama, I hate you. I hate you. Why you don't let me go to a Drake concert? And guess what? She escapes. She goes. And something unthinkable can happen to your child. There's predatory monsters everywhere in this world. And this man is the perfect example of what predatory behavior is all about with a minor. That is my personal beef with this son of a bitch. I hate this dude. I never liked it, this dude. This dude has always been weird. Ever since I saw the interview that they asked him, how does it feel working with Lil Wayne? This was his response. Oh my God, working with Lil Wayne is so good. Oh my God. Oh, he's so good. Oh yeah, he's so good. Oh my God, he's so good. What? This nigga was biting his lips and everything, fucking putting his tongue out while he was saying it in the most zestiest way I've ever seen a person say shit. That's when I knew that this man had zesty in him all the way. And we already know what happened to Little. I'm not finna get into all that. That's why Wayne is so fucked up and for drinking that lean, because he is forgetting what happened to him. And my heart goes out to him. because he was a kid. He didn't know no better. He just wanted to be famous. But this asshole right here, he knows everything. What it is to be a monster, an animal, behaving in a very predatory, dangerous way and manner, with no respect, no manners, most of all, no integrity, no respect. It's all about me, 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 me. I don't recommend an enemy or any brother to go to jail or be put in jail. But when it comes to pedos, to the meadows, and chamos, you can lock them the fuck up and throw the key away. Real shit. I'm on that gangster shit when it comes to that. Why? Because the love of a father, he would do whatever it takes to save his child. And if you take my child and do something unthinkable, I'm gonna take your life. That's the love of a father, of a mother. That's the love of a brother that has a sister, or anyone that has been through that type of issue. That's a family that's real close to them, that they grew up with. Not many kids are raped, beaten, abused, and fucking sold as prostitution and prostitution trading. Like P. Diddy and Kendrick said on the song that Your House is getting rated next. You don't know until you go through it or you've been through it. And these are people that you need to stay away from. You know what I'm saying? That is my hatred and my disgust. And straight just... You know what, man? I'm just gonna finish this video, because when I get to subjects like this, I just get pissed the fuck off, bro. People like this deserve to be in prison and the fucking key be thrown away. Simple as that, bro. I don't care what Drake fan says. They can kiss my ass. Fuck all of them. I guess they're predators themselves. I guess they chamos themselves. I guess they support him doing that to minors. So congratulations to you all. You all deserve each other. Y'all all deserve each other in a very special way. Y'all all fucking demons and devils and animals and monsters just as much as he is. Because he's famous. Because he has a lot of money. Let's say if he ain't had no money. Let's say if he ain't had the talent. Let's say if he ain't had everything he had today. Would y'all give a fuck? And as soon as y'all would have heard that he's a chamo or he's a pedal to the meadow, y'all would have locked his ass up, y'all would have fucked him up, or y'all would have sent his ass to the hospital. Don't fucking play with me. But I'm gonna end this video. There's a long ass video. And I'm gonna keep doing videos about this punk motherfucker. Because this dude right here deserves to be put in prison. This is your boy Chico Black, aka Jaloso. Y'all hit me up. Put y'all comments down below and let me know what time it is. God bless. Y'all have a beautiful night. Y'all drop y'all comments down below. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Chico Black. I'm out here. Peace.